we're gonna start over here with Ira on your right.
Hey, Caleb, we've heard so many good things about you in camp and in the spring, but how difficult was last year to kind of come through what you went through, and how much does it make you appreciate, I guess, what you've been able to do this year?
I mean, last year was a really tough year. But I wouldn't trade anything. I learned a lot. It taught me a lot about just how to handle adversity on and off the field. And it gave me a whole new perspective just to how I approach everything I do each and every single day. Whether that be just having the right mindset when I go out to practice. When it's super hot, keep reminding myself like, oh damn, I couldn't do this last year. But I think that it was a great life lesson for me, and that I'm really excited to be out there this year.
All right, we'll go to Chris right in front of you.
I know you dealt with Coach Sims last year when he was on the staff, support staff. What's it been like as having him as your position coach? And just what is it like, the daily demands he makes of you guys?
Coach Sims, I'm learning from one of the best, if not the best, FSU linebackers to ever play here. So I'm so grateful that he gets to pour into us each and every single day. And I've learned so much knowledge about just little techniques, fundamentals, more about the game. And he continues to harp on us and push us that we need to uphold the standard of being an FSU linebacker every single day. So, having him there in the room, it's a blessing. And I'm really grateful that I get to learn from him.
All right, we'll stay there for John.
Coach was just talking about how protecting the middle of the field and man and zone coverage is super important. Just been a big point of emphasis for the linebackers this offseason. How have you tried to make strides in your game there, and what have you done to be able to improve that?
As a linebacker, especially in pass coverage, that middle of the field is our responsibility. So, first things first, linebackers, we got to protect the run. So, but when we react to pass, that middle of the field, that's our responsibility, and it's our job to make sure that no balls get completed over the middle of the field, and that anyone that comes over the field, Coach Sims, that they got to pay for it for coming over the middle of the field. So we're going to make sure that we hold them up to that.
We'll come over here to the front row on your right for Peter.
Caleb, I think about a week ago, Chris gave you probably a pretty good compliment of you, saying that he reminds you of Luke Kuechly. Is that something that you try to emulate, or like what is something about you and Chris relationship as linebackers and being a leader on that defense?
Chris, that was an awesome addition to the room, and I love going out there with him each and every single day because we'll look at each other right before we go out there and we're like, all right, it's time to go. We have a point to prove, a standard to uphold. So, one thing I really pride myself on is my knowledge of the game. I don't want to know exactly what my job and responsibility is. I want to be able to know what everyone's doing because that helps me be able to play smarter and faster, be able to pick up on tendencies and know where plays are going, and be able to expect what plays are going to happen too. So that's one thing I really pride myself on, just having the knowledge for just every single part of the defense.
All right, we'll go to Corey, third row.
You touched on Ernie as a player. He was one of the best to ever play here, and you like having him as a coach. But what is he like as a coach? He's such an intense dude. Have you ever had a coach this intense? And just what is the day-to-day of that like, trying to instill the identity into you?
I've been super fortunate and blessed to be coached by great coaches. And then Coach Sims, what y'all see is exactly how he is. Nothing ever changes. He demands that we uphold the standard, be alphas on the field, we're resilient, we can command the field, and that we always finish with violence on the ball. So that's one thing that he's really instilled in us, and that we strive to go out there each and every single day to get better, and I'm really harp on it.
Real quick, how much does it help that he lived it? Like, there aren't many guys that were as violent as he was when he played here. How much does that help when that guy is telling you to be violent?
It's great knowing as a player that you have a coach who's lived through it and been through it and really understands it, because it allows you to connect on a deeper level as well. Because sometimes I'm thinking, I'm like, damn. And then I look and I just understand that he was the best to ever do it. So, it's great to be able to have some guy like that.
We'll come back to Ira.
What's it like in that room right now? Because you've got Chris, who obviously is a lot of accolades. Blake and Omar played a ton of football here. You, Isaiah, you guys have a bunch of guys. Makai, that's played a lot of football. What's it like in terms of figuring out who's going to play? Do you guys worry about that? And what's the vibe like, I guess, in that room?
Our room is, I'd say that our room is top to bottom, one of the best, if not most talented groups that we have on the whole team. And we really push each other to strive to get better each and every single day. Coach White talks about that 1%, Coach Norvell, Coach Ernie talk about that, getting 1% better each and every single day. And one thing I think that we do a great job of is holding each other to that standard. When we see something that's not right, we're gonna call you out, or Coach Norvell tells us, call us up. So we have a different approach to it. But I think we all really push each other to get better, and that we're gonna be a really, really good room this year. So I'm excited to see what happens.
All right, next will be Jerry, front row on your right.
Ernie talks about the linebackers being the glue between the front half and the back half, and that how important communication is. Can you talk a little bit about that? What your point of emphasis is there?
Communication, that's one of the biggest things on the football field. Like, he really tries to make it a big deal for us that when we go out there, we're talking the entire time. We're not sitting there in our stances. We're talking to each other, learning things, what might possibly could happen. We're listening to the rover, the DBs, other people to hear what checks we might need to do. So you can't be there in the middle as a linebacker and be quiet. You got to be able to be vocal and command the field, and also be able to listen as well. So that's a really big thing.
All right, we'll go to Aslan, third row middle.
With the front that you guys run, I mean, how much of their jobs is to open things up for you guys to become playmakers? And what are you seeing from the guys up front that's helping you guys do your job at a high level?
The front, I mean, there's some dudes up there. I mean, you got guys like the twins, Daniel Lyons, Deontay, Ryland, Jalen Anderson. I mean, there's some real dudes up there. So they do a great job in our different 4-man and 3-down fronts, be able to spill the ball to us, whatever we need. We fit behind them, we fit off of them. Different games up front, leverage pieces. And then, I mean, they do a great job doing their responsibilities up front. And it's hard sometimes because they make a lot of plays up front too, so we really want to get on the action too. But we got a great group as the front seven.
All right, next will be Allison, second row.
You talked about a minute ago just the communication and things that are expected out of you guys. Ernie was talking about just the apex predator that he expects. What are other things that he talks to you guys about, what he wants to see from you out on the football field?
He wants to see us just uphold that standard of what it means to be a Florida State linebacker, and he tries to instill that into us every single day. He has a focus of the day for us each and every single morning, and then after that we talk about what it means to be a Florida State linebacker, and we dive into the film. But I mean, the standard is the standard, and we got to uphold it every single day.
I'll go down to the front row for John.
Having experience some of the injury stuff last year, just what have you seen from Makai as he's kind of dealt with some of that stuff coming into the fall, and then just what does he give to the room, and what does he bring with his skill sets?
I mean, Makai's going to be a really good player for us. He's very twitchy. You can see he's really starting to trust his injury again, and that he already has prior experience and knowledge from the defense when he was at Nebraska with Coach White. So, I mean, guys like him, Chris Jones, Omar, who's had experience, Blake, really good athlete. I mean, and we got a bunch of young guys too. Isaiah, my brother, Karan, I mean, AJ Cottrell. We got a really, really good and deep room, so I'm excited to see.
Now we're gonna come back over here on the right, second row for Matt.
You just mentioned your brother. Just what has it been like having him on the team this year? Does he follow you around a bunch? Just what has it been like?
I mean, not many people get to say that they played college football with their brother. They play at the same position. I mean, I'm really blessed for that. And I know that he's not going to say it a lot of times, but I know that he looks up to me. So I try to do my best to set that example for him and really help him while we're here and when we're at home, making sure that he asks me questions and he continues to be a sponge. I remember my first year, I was blessed to have a guy, Cedric Gray, who's with the Titans now, that he was the guy that I looked up to, and he really helped me and led me through my freshman year. So I want to make sure I be that guy for him. So, I mean, I'm really blessed and fortunate I get to do it with him. And he's been doing really good.
All right, we'll go back over to Ira.
Not trying to dwell on what happened last year, but, cause I'm sure you're trying to move on, but we didn't get to talk to you during all that. Like, you had the injury and then you came back during the season, but then you kind of shut it down again. Could you just kind of, what can you tell us about what that journey was like?
It was a long journey up and down. I mean, I had 3 surgeries. I did everything I could to get back out on that field, but my body just wasn't ready, and I pushed myself to the maximum. But I'm feeling like my old self now, and I'm really excited to see what happens this year.
I'll come back to Peter, front row.
Okay, to follow up on that, like, when did it start that you started feeling yourself? Like, as soon as that you feel like, once you were cleared, or like, when it started, like, you you feel like your own self once you step on the field again?
I mean, spring ball this year for me was great. Being able to get out there, get all those reps, things that I missed last year, just being able to feel like myself again out there, just being able to run through the defense and all the plays and everything. Because there's a difference between knowing what you have like on the whiteboard and the playbook and everything, and actually going out there and doing it. So I think that allowed me to regain and rebuild all my trust and confidence just in myself and my ankles. So.
Sure, you resting?
Oh, there's obviously a little rust coming back and everything, but I'm loving where I'm at right now, and I gotta keep doing better.
Jared?
You and Ernie have both talked about violence at the linebacker position. On the football field, who does it come most naturally to in your segment room?
I mean, I think all of our guys do a great job of demonstrating violence. I mean, you can't be a linebacker and not be violent. I mean, one thing I'm a violent individual. Out in that football field, I'll be a really nice guy off the field, but when I put my helmet on, I want to run through somebody's face. So violence and being able to play smart and fast, that's what it means to be a linebacker.
We'll go back up to Aslan.
What could the LaVallee brothers beat the Desir brothers in?
What could the LaVallee brothers beat the Desir brothers in?
Relay race?
Relay race? Maybe. Maybe. Huh.
Or, just can you walk us back, what was it like playing that bowl game a few years ago? Just, you obviously rolled in North Carolina, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and you kind of, I don't know if you get thrown into the fire in that game, but like how much confidence does that give you? Can you still use what you developed in that game to fuel you forward this season?
I mean, that game was a great opportunity for me. Super fortunate that I got to be able to play in that game, and I'm blessed that I was able to do really well. But, I mean, I always just keep reminding myself that, I mean, that was 2 years ago. I still got to prove myself to Florida State and to myself this year. So, I mean, I got a lot to keep doing and working towards, but I'm going to be good.
Anything else?
Got an answer for the Desir brother question?
That one kind of caught me off guard. I think we could get him in a relay race, actually. People sleep on how
Maybe
fast. A long one?
Yeah.
People sleep on how fast my brother and I can do.
All right, thanks, Caleb.
Thanks, Caleb.